online at shop.tcm.com.
Hi, I'm Robert Osborne. We're in the midst of a salute to our good friend Shirley Jones right now. Shirley, the author of a new autobiography titled Shirley Jones, a Memoir, available in stores right now and all other places books are available. And of course, there's no better way to get some background information on movies with Shirley Jones than from the lady herself. And indeed, she is here with me again. Shirley Jones. Thanks for being here.
Thank you. Nice to be here, always.
Now, next in our lineup of movies with Shirley is the movie that she says is her personal favorite of all the movie musicals she made. It's from 20th Century Fox in 1956, Carousel, with Shirley and Gordon MacRae singing some of the best songs ever written by Rodgers and Hammerstein. Incredible movie this is.
Oh, it's an incredible score.
Yes.
To me, that's the most beautiful music of all time. And you know, Richard Rodgers claimed it was his finest work.
Yeah.
He felt he never did anything before or after that matched Carousel.
Now, this was actually your second movie.
Yes,
only your second movie.
Only my second movie.
You know, it was to be Shirley Jones and Frank Sinatra.
That's exactly right.
Tell about
Frank
that.
Sinatra. Yes. You rehearsed a movie musical just like a Broadway show then. It would be like 2 months of rehearsal, pre-recordings, as you know. Mm-hmm. And Frank was cast. And I mean, he was thrilled to play the part. He kept saying to me, it's the dream of my life.
A great part for him.
Oh, my gosh. He said, the dream of my life to play Billy Bigelow. And, you know, he was thrilled. He said, oh, I can't wait to sing with you, Shirley. And, you know, we went through all of the rehearsals, all the pre-recordings, everything. And the company was shooting up in Boothbay Harbor, Maine. All the singers and dancers had been rehearsing up there. That's where we were going to shoot the film. And after all the rehearsals and everything with Frank, I went up to Boothbay Harbor, waiting on a deck, waiting for Frank to arrive for our first dramatic scene that we had together up there. And we were shooting in two separate processes, regular CinemaScope and what they call CinemaScope 55. And everybody knew it. The whole company knew it. I mean, we were told way ahead of time. Well, Frank arrived in his limousine from the airport, and I'm waiting on the dock, waiting for him to arrive to do our scene. And he arrived and got out of the car and said, why two cameras? And Henry said, well, you know, we're shooting in two separate processes, Frank. He said, I signed to do one movie, not two. Back in the car and back to the airport. We lost our leading man after all we had done together. And I was in shock because he was so excited about playing.
Do you think that was the real reason?
No, I found out later what the real reason was.
Okay.
But took years.
We won't tell anyone.
Took years later when I found out what it was. I was in a press conference just about 3 years ago. And some of the old guys in the back said, Shirley, I was telling the story, don't you know why Frank left? And I said, no. I kept asking him every time I'd see him, what happened? He didn't want to talk about it. They said Ava Gardner was doing Magambo with Clark Gable in Africa. And she called him and said, unless you get your fanny down here, I'm having an affair with Gable. And she was the love of his life. And he dropped everything. I'm going to Africa. And that apparently was the reason.
How did Gordon MacRae get involved?
Well, as I said, I'm standing on the dock, and Phoebe and Henry Ephron alone were the producers. The Ephrons were the producers, you know. And Henry came over to me literally with tears running down his face, and he said, Shirley, where is Gordon MacRae? And I said, well, I think...
Because you just finished Oklahoma with Gordon MacRae.
With Gordon, yeah. And we were very close friends. He and Sheila, you know, became very close friends of mine. And I said, well, I think he's up in Lake Tahoe doing a nightclub act with his wife, Sheila. He said, can you get him on the phone? Now, I'm on a dock with a payphone. He handed me some quarters. Believe it or not, I put him in the payphone, and I got Gordon on the phone. I said, Gordon, it's Shirley. How would you like to play Billy Bigelow in Carousel? He said, give me 3 days. I have to lose 10 pounds. And that's how he got the part.
Wow.
Yeah.
Well, let's see the movie. Here, released not long after Shirley and Gordon MacRae were seen on screen together in another Rodgers and Hammerstein musical, Oklahoma. Here, directed by Henry King, Carousel.